Hello guys, how is everybody doing? I hope you all have been good and have some good times. Guys, for today's video, I want to have a look at some bad NBA contracts right now. I think it's a great time to look back at the season and just kind of evaluate and see how the players did on their contract and what they're waiting for, like what can they expect for a new deal. And so I made a video about the 5 best contracts, and now I want to make a video about the 5 worst contracts. And so there's going to be some happy people here because they're making much more money than they should have made this year. But let's jump right into the video, guys. If you enjoy my content, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, it's very much appreciated. I try my best here. I know I'm not perfect, far away from perfect, but I try to increase the quality of my videos as hard as I can. It's not that easy because of course I have a full-time job and a wife and everything, but it's still fun, and I enjoy doing it. So if you want to support me, just leave a like. I really appreciate it, man. Let's jump right into the video. So the first player I want to talk about is DeJounte Murray from the New Orleans Pelicans, a 28-year-old out of Washington in the 2016 draft with the 29th pick, went to San Antonio. He has had some health issues, of course, we all know that. He did came over from a trade from the Atlanta Hawks, where the Trae Young and DeJounte Murray experiment, weren't we all so excited about that? Like, I remember just thinking about it, the offense from Trae Young, the defense from DeJounte Murray, the good assist numbers from both of them combined, like that must be a great fit. And it just never worked out. It's crazy. Like, sometimes even players don't understand. Like, Trae Young was on the record saying that he doesn't understand why things did not work out the way they should have. And it's crazy, man. Like, sometimes it's just like that. And then they sent him to New Orleans Pelicans. And that trade at the time looked like so unfair because and Brandon Ingram probably should have gone the other way to Atlanta, but they found a way to keep him out of there trade. And instead they got Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance Jr., I think EJ Liddell. And everybody thought they sold low on him. I think some draft picks were also involved. And so that was a surprise. And you know what, looking back, we all know how Dyson Daniel can defend, and is just a good young NBA player. So it's easy to say that the Atlanta Hawks actually won this trade. DeJounte Murray only played in 31 games this year, about 32 minutes. Almost 40% from the field, which is his worst numbers, his worst percentage during his career. 30% from the three-point line. He's never been a great shooter, but last year 36, so he's losing there a little bit. And then of course, like always, you can expect like about 6 rebounds and 6 assists from him. This is what I like about him. 2 steals, also amazing. 17.5 points per game. So the numbers look alright, but the Pelicans, one of the worst teams this year, and just never really worked out. But the problem is DeJounte Murray, of course, signed a new deal, and he's making a lot of money, like this year about 30 million, which is 21% from the team's cap space. So that's a lot going to your point guard. 32 million next year, 34 million in the 2026-2027 season. Is going to be 30 years old at that point, and then has a player option for the 2027-2028 season at the age of 31 million, about 17% from the cap space from the team, and becomes an unrestricted free agent at the age of 32 in 2028-2029. So he's under contract for some more years, and I don't know, man. I think he's going to opt into the player option and then just probably not going to get such a good deal. His career is definitely going on the wrong direction, I would say. We will see. But I love DeJounte Murray. I love his ball, and he's a good playmaker in my opinion. Alright guys, so the next player I want to talk about is a player who I actually like, because he also was drafted by my Detroit Pistons, but of course never really worked out in a Pistons uniform, which at that point nobody did. Look at Luke Kennard, for example. But anyway, let's not get off topic here. Of course I'm talking about Chris Middleton, you know, like he's a championship winner, so he definitely needs some respect, but also he's making too much money. So he of course played for about 10 years for the Milwaukee Bucks and now was traded to the Washington Wizards, played about 14 games for them, 22 minutes, and yeah, just 11 points per game, about 3 rebounds, 4 assists, you know, and yeah, just from the field 41%, from the 3-point line 28%. So yeah, all his numbers, they're just going down. And yeah, 33 years of age, out of Texas A&M in the 2012 season. Of course, like I said, picked by my Detroit Pistons. Why don't we hold on to those players, man? Look at his contract. This year he's making 31 million, which is 22% from the team salary, and next year he has a player option, which of course he's going to accept, 34 million, and becomes an unrestricted free agent at the age of 35 in 2026-2027 season, and probably is going to play a little bit longer, but you know, like he has so many health issues, so maybe even his career is going to be done at that point. But yeah, he's making a lot of money and he did not really give us much. Yeah, but you know, I think he was part of the problem why the Bucks were not able to make good trades. Him and Brook Lopez, they were just making too much money. So yeah, I don't know, man. Chris Middleton, I love him. I love all these players, man, because they all are great players. Otherwise, they would never have gotten that amount of money, right? But yeah, lately it's just not really showing up. Of course, we can't make a video about bad contracts and not talk about Bradley Beal, right? I mean, come on, guys. I don't know, he's a very solid player, you know, 31 years of age, out of Florida, of course was the 3rd pick in 2012, and spent most of his career in Washington from 2012 all the way to 2022, so 10 years, and now of course is with the Phoenix Suns. They traded for him. And yeah, they were lucky to get him because of course he had this freaking no trade clause, which is absolutely amazing that he got that. Like, shout out to his management, man. He must be one of the richest player here in this league, because he always gets the max or the super max or whatever it's called. So yeah, when he signed this contract back in 2022 with the Washington Wizards at the age of 29 already, he made the first year 35% of the cap, which is 43 million. Then last year 46 million, 35% from the team's cap once again. This year 50 million, about 36% from the cap. Team's cap is amazing, and this number is just going up and up and up. Next year he's making 54 million, and then after that he has a player option in 2026-2027 and a player option with 57 million, still about 34% from the team's cap, and then becomes an unrestricted free agent at the age of 34 in 2027-2028, and is probably going to retire as a very, very wealthy man. I mean, he's a fine player, of course. He's averaged about 17 points this year. He played in 53 games, 32 minutes. They tried to play him as a point guard. It didn't really work out. About 50% from the field, 38% from the 3-point line, and yeah, 80% from the free throw line, together with about 4 rebounds and yeah, 4 assists. So yeah, like I said, he's a solid NBA player, but you just don't want to pay him that much money. I mean, it's ridiculous that the Suns even traded for him. And yeah, they have a problem, man. They're looking for a new head coach, and yeah, their team is a mess. So it's going to be interesting what they're going to do. Alright guys, so the next player on this list, I was really thinking hard about it if I should include him or not, because yeah, I mean, we are talking about a former MVP, one of the most dominant player in this modern era, and yeah, just an amazing player out of Cameroon, of course. And yeah, I'm talking about Joel Embiid, 7 feet center, 31 years of age, out of Kansas College. 2014 he was the 3rd pick by the Philadelphia 76ers, and of course always health issues. Like I said, former MVP, so you can't really talk bad about him this year, but he only played in 19 games, about 30 minutes per game, 24 points per game, which is his lowest since his sophomore year, so that's crazy. Almost a block a game, 8 rebounds, 4.5 assists. yeah, I don't know. His shooting percentage does not look great. 30% from the 3-point line, 44 from the field. Those numbers are the reason why I included him in this list. And also, there was some interviews or some stuff going on that he probably only wants to play every other game or whatever. And I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of that mentality. Like, he has the honor to play for the Philadelphia 76ers in the NBA. Like, imagine how many people on this earth would do a lot of stupid things to have that opportunity, and then you're coming out and say, nah, I probably play only every other game or whatever, and the team is building around you, you're making so much money, man. And yeah, I don't know, man, I have a problem with that. But anyway, let's talk about the numbers here. So we were just talking about Bradley Beal making 35% of the team salary cap. This is exactly the same with Joel Embiid, and that's why I say, man, like, Bradley Beal's contract is actually worse because Embiid at least is a former MVP. So yeah, so this year he's making about 60 million, which is absolutely crazy. Next year at the age of 33, 64 million, absolutely crazy. And then 2028, a player option with almost $70 million, of course, and then becomes an unrestricted free agent at the age of 35 in 2029-2030 season. So he's under contract for a long time. Of course, signed that 4-year, $213 million deal. And yeah, I don't know, man. The Philadelphia 76ers are in a screwed situation because they're paying their best player a lot of money, but he can't really stay healthy. And history shows that most of the time with these big athletic guys, once they become old, it's just going downhill with them when it comes to health, like with their knees and everything. So it's going to be interesting how many games he's able to play. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think about Joel Embiid. I think it's a controversial pick, but yeah, when I just look at this year's numbers, I have to include him. Alright guys, for the last player, we stay in Philadelphia, and of course we have to talk about Paul George, which signed a massive contract, man. Like, this contract is going to age so bad. Like, my goodness, Philadelphia really maxed him out. He's going to be paid the max until the age of 37 in 2027-2028 season. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. This year is making about 50 million, again 35% of the cap. Next year 52, in 2026-2027 54, and then has a player option at the age of 37 in 2027-2028 season with 56 million, which most likely is going to opt into that, because that's a lot of freaking money for like a 37-year-old NBA player. And of course, this year struggled. He's played 41 games for the Philadelphia 76ers, 43% from the field, 36 from the 3-point line, 82 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and only 16 points per game, which is his lowest since the 2014 season. So yeah, this contract is not going to age well. I mean, he hit the jackpot, like the Clippers didn't want to pay him out, and yeah, so Philadelphia thought, we have, like, he fits the timeline, the Joel Embiid timeline, and now they're just stuck with 2 injury problem players, and yeah, also old players. And I don't know, man, the Philadelphia 76ers, they, in my opinion, they made some mistakes. They do have Tyrese Maxey and Quentin Grimes, they look amazing, but so maybe they're going to have a bounce back season next year, if I can speak correctly, but the odds are not too high. And even if, then probably next year is the only year they get, because yeah, everybody's just getting older, So yeah, that's my worst contract in the NBA, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think, which is your worst, and yeah, where do you think I maybe was a little bit harsh? Let me know in the comment section, I really appreciate it. Guys, I love you, and I see you at the next one. Peace.